Hey guys, Mr. L here, and welcome to my review of the Arc XD in Cold War Zombies. Approved by Dr. Hugo Yeager, the Arc XD is obtainable in both the round-based maps of Cold War Zombies and Outbreak, via either the mystery box or at the crafting table for 100 high-grade salvage. It can also be dropped by special and elite enemies in both Onslaught and Outbreak. The Arc XD plays almost exactly the same as its multiplayer counterpart, where it can be controlled with both joysticks with a bomb attached to it that's rigged to explode after 30 seconds if it doesn't hit a wall or a zombie, or if you manually detonate it if you hold down the right trigger. And you can give it a speed boost if you hold down the left stick, except with one major addition to our explosive friend. Strapped to the back is a dark ether canister which will not only attract all zombies to its location thanks to its unique audio frequency, but also emit an Ethereum pulse which will wipe out all zombies around it every 2 seconds. Similar to the field upgrade you gain whilst transporting the Ethereum canisters on Outbreak and Mauerder Toten. You know, I can't help but feel like I've seen this somewhere before. The Arc XD looks like something straight out of one of my favorite movie sequels of all time, Tremors 2: Aftershocks. God, I love that movie. Anywho, back to the review. Something else I wanted to add about the Arc XD that is sort of mind-blowing. If you throw a decoy grenade and have the Arc XD immediately deployed right next to the grenade, it will for some reason extend the Arc XD's detonation timer by a few seconds. Shout out to Dragon Moments on Twitter for showing me that, by the way. Another neat thing is the Arc XD's Ethereum Pulse is capable of destroying gates and doors on Outbreak. And during the D-Machine main quest, after you kill the zombie in the tank once you acquire the Ethereum Wrench, if you detonate the Arc XD next to the tank mid-jump, it will cause the tank to fire its shot and you'll get the decontamination agent for the D-Machine main quest. Yeah, I know both of those are pretty minor, but hey, the more you know. When it comes to the regular hordes of the undead, the Arc XD's Ethereum Pulse can kill the zombies no problem. And just like in Tremors 2, the Arc XD's packed explosives will exterminate the zombies no issue upon detonation. However, just like in multiplayer, the Arc XD is extremely weak. So if you ram the Arc XD into any enemy, it will detonate upon impact. So as long as you can use it in open spaces where you can train up a bunch of zombies, you should be able to kill a big crowd of the undead without any issue. I will warn you, however, if you have any enemies like a Plague Hound or a Megaton that'll spit out hazards on the field, the Arc XD will explode upon impact of said hazard. Speaking of the Megaton, let's talk about the special and elite enemies. Megaton. Yeah, this is pretty bad against the Megaton. Don't even bother using it on him. However, the Arc XD seems to one-shot the Megaton bombers, so definitely use it on the bombers. Mimics. I'm actually surprised with this one. If you can jump and detonate the Arc XD in front of the Mimic's head, it will actually damage him substantially. Personally, if you see a Mimic on the field, blast him away with the Arc XD. Manglers. This one was a no-brainer. Since the Mangler has a ton of weak points, the Arc XD will blow him away. Definitely use it on the Manglers. Orda.
No.
The Krosny Soldat. Despite the Krosny's large hitbox, the Arc XD is rather underwhelming to use against him. You are far better off using other weapons and Scorestreaks against the Krosny. Tempest. I gotta tell ya, the Arc XD can kill a Tempest head-on, so definitely use it on the Tempi, but don't be surprised if the Arc XD explodes from other hazards in the playspace. Disciples. If the Disciple is low enough to the ground, the Arc XD is capable of significantly damaging the Disciple head-on. Just make sure you kill the Disciple before he regens his health. The Abomination.
Wow. That sucks.
I'm sorry, but there is almost no reason to even use the Arc XD on the Abomination. Avoid it. In conclusion, the Arc XD is a bit of an oddball. It's horrible against all elite enemies, and the Arc XD's sensitive low health makes it extremely tricky to use against most of the enemies. However, it can still deal numbers against the special enemies and the regular hordes of zombies, so it's pretty good, if you ask me. It's not the best score streak in the game by a country mile, but I'll go as far as say it's the most gimmicky score streak when it comes to how it functions. If you have the 100 high-grade salvage to spare, I recommend trying out the Arc XD just to mess around with it in a game of Cold War Zombies. Just be prepared to learn how the Arc XD functions, and once you learn how to operate it, you can sit back and relax as you detonate 4 pounds of C4 onto a full crowd of zombies.
Memo. 4 pounds of C4 may be a little excessive.
Well, everyone, that's all on the Arc XD. I hope you guys really enjoyed this review, and join me next time where I'll be taking a look at the final score streak in Cold War Zombies, the Chopper Gunner.